There's me, there's us. There's them. We live in Dorset. So that's me, that's her, that's them. And together we are the Bear Fam. Morning, Bear Fam. It is Saturday morning. No, lie. Saturday afternoon. 12:30. And in 1.5 hours time, I have my COVID jab. And I think most of you know that I suffer with anxiety and social, I just find people really difficult. And I have to sort of work myself up to it. Now, throw in with that a jab and thinking I'm going to feel like poo for like 2 or 3 days. I'm really, really, really anxious about it. There is a little gnawing doubt in the back of my mind about all this blood clot business and the old adage that there's no smoke without fire and all that. And I have a feeling if they knew there was a danger, they'd still crack on, because the reality is 1 or 2 people dropping from a clot is immaterial in the grand scheme of things for the country. So there is an element of me thinking, well, what's going to, all these drugs I'm on for fibro, are they going to mix? And I know that sounds daft, but when I take my pills in the morning, the pregabalin and the sertraline, if I eat banana, and I used to have a banana for breakfast quite frequently, if I have a banana, it makes me violently ill straight away. Now, if I have a banana at any other point in the day when the tablets will have dissipated and gone, I'm fine. So these tablets clearly do react with things. I tell you that for that reason. So there is a little part of me that's like, what if? And yeah, I'm just a bit anxious. So my heart is doing its thing. So I might just have to add to the drugs regime and take some of my propranolol for my anxiety so I can get myself there. Right now I'm in that fight or flight mode that I get in when I have to go places. And it's like a hill, a really steep hill. And sometimes I can push myself to climb to the top of it. Other times I slide back down and go and hide in my cave. And if I get to the top, then generally I'm quite happy to glide down the other side. It's just getting me over that crest, And right now I'm feeling, if it wasn't something quite so important, I would be bailing. So I'm struggling a bit, all in all. But I thought I'd document the sort of the day, let you know how it goes, how I feel, if I feel ill, I don't know. See, it might help you. A lot of you might have already had yours, I don't know. But I thought, bearing in mind, it's quite a momentous and significant occasion, really, in the grand scheme of what's been going on for the last year. So, yeah. And after that, I'm going to put my camera away, march on home, because I'll be late otherwise. And although, like I said, part of me wants to march in the opposite direction and just not go home and forget all about the appointment, I know I can't. I've bought loads of meals in, ready meals, in case I'm lying in bed so that baby Bear can feed herself. Yeah, so I have sort of pre-planned. The only downside is I don't really have anybody that can come and walk the dogs. And I know you're going to scream Ellie, but it's not that simple. Monty won't go with anybody else other than me, so I guess he'll just have to go without. Actually, that's a lie. She can take Archie and Jack around the field, can't she? Yeah. I gotta stop making. How's it going to come in? Right. I'm going to love and leave you and come back in a while. Well, about now. Hello, would you like to join my queue on the right? Right hand side, yeah.
Wilkes.
Well, so what time's your appointment?
2 o'clock.
You're at 2 o'clock. Okay, I'm just going to find you. Is it Louise?
That's me, yeah.
And can I have your date of birth?
3rd of the 5th, 69.
Fantastic. So if you want to hang on there and we'll gradually move forward.
Yeah. Thank you. Hello.
You step up to my line.
Oh dear.
All the way up here.
I'm in the box. Does something happen in the box?
That's the idea. Yes, you get shepherded.
3rd of the 5th, 69.
What's your name, please?
Louise Wilkes.
Louise, are you a carer for anybody?
15-year-old girl. Daughter.
Just a normal daughter. Not got
No,
not
no
a carer,
special
so
needs,
it's not a
no.
registered carer.
No.
And your ethnicity, would you say you're white British? And is this your first COVID vaccination?
Yeah.
You've not had any other vaccinations in the last 7 days?
No.
And you've not had any positive COVID test in the last 4 weeks?
No.
And you feel quite well in yourself today?
Yeah, I've got fibromyalgia, but beyond that, I'm just, yeah.
Okay. And have you ever had a serious allergic reaction to anything in the past?
Lanolin, but
Nothing else?
no.
And are you taking any blood thinning medication?
I'm on lots of medication, but nothing for blood thinning.
It's okay. And which arm would you like it in?
Left, please.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to stand abrupt. That's all right. It's just in the middle of just a sharp scratch. There we go. All done.
Lovely, thank you very much.
That's your information leaflet. That's the vaccination you've had today, the AstraZeneca.
Yeah.
Can give you a little bit of a sore arm and flu kind of symptoms, so just have a read through that.
Yeah.
Hopefully you won't get anything at all. That's your vaccination card, so it's really important to keep it safe. And if you could please bring it with you when you come to your second one,
Yeah.
which will be about 10 to 12 weeks, and we'll get in touch with you.
All right, super. Thank you very much. People, just had my COVID jab, and that, I'm sorry, it does hurt. Fam, I'm home. It's an hour later. Other than a sore arm at the moment, I'm fine. Baby Bear came with me, but she wasn't allowed in. So if you're going with somebody and they haven't got an appointment, be aware that they won't be allowed in. Stopped some fuel on the way home. I was talking to a lady in a queue waiting to go inside the garage, and she was saying she went to our local hospital for hers because they've got the ability to freeze, and therefore you can have the other one. There are 2 jabs, aren't they? AstraZeneca and the other one. I can't remember the name of the other one. But apparently you get less, well, she reckons you get less side effects from the one that she had. So I was like, a bit late. Just had the other one. Oh dear. So currently I'm okay. And I will update you during the course of the day if things change. I'm not feeling ill, but there's an odd couple of things going on. I feel a bit tight-chested, and I feel a bit like I've got a hangover, a bit headachy, and my arm feels like somebody's punched me really hard. But these things are no different than what I come across day in and day out with fibro, so I'm just accepting them. Yeah. So I will keep you in the loop. Hey Bear fam, it's 5:30 on day of the COVID jab. Now I'm feeling like I've been trampled by a herd of elephants. Quite strong pains and aches in my back. Still quite tight-chested. A bit like if you've been for a run and you calm down and everything's fine, but you've just got that sort of residual, I don't know, adrenaline-y sort of tight chest. and I'm starting to feel really cold. Well, hot, cold, intermittently. So that's where we're at. So I will keep you in the loop. Morning, Bear Fam. It's the day after my COVID jab. And I do feel absolutely lousy. My eyes are burning, my head is exploding, my neck is aching and sore. Just flu-like. It's just like having flu, obviously, like everybody else says. So there we go. Just taken some cocodamol in the hope that it calms down the fever enough that I feel like I can get out with the dogs. Otherwise, Ellie's going to have to do it. Oh, my eyes, you know when they burn? You sort of like to see something, wouldn't you? Like evidence of the way you feel, but it just doesn't seem to work that way, does it? Right. I just thought I'd check in with you. I forgot to do it last night because I went to bed, fell asleep. Ooh, I got up at 9 this morning, made a cup of tea, went back to bed, watched telly, and I must have fallen asleep again. I woke up with chunks pouring my face at about 11 o'clock. So I'm just trying or waiting for the cocodamol to kick in. And then, because I didn't even have the energy or the inclination to get dressed. So I really am just waiting for the tablets to kick in and then hopefully I can get out. Oh yeah, I'm keeping you in the loop, aren't I? Stupid, aren't I? Hey Bear Fam, COVID Chronicles. Oh, hello Mr. Kestrel. Just over the car over there's Kestrel. Can you see him? Anyway, it's nearly, well, virtually 24 hours since the COVID jab. I'm dosed up on cocodamol, which are helping. I've come to the conclusion it's like a really bad fibro flare-up. So I'm fairly much used to just getting on with it. I feel lousy, everything aches, everything's heavy. But what's new, pussycat? Oh! So for now, I'm coping. I'm really, really hot, so I think I've got a bit of a temperature. I'm out in short sleeves and I'm still flipping melting. And although it's warm, I don't think it's quite that warm. But all in all, Mr. Kestrel buggered off. Oh, he's over there. All in all, I'm feeling okay. Chronicle update. COVID Chronicle update. Over and out. Hey Bear Fam, it's COVID check-in time. You can probably tell by the way I look. It's Monday. Sort of 7, 8 last night I started to feel really rough. Very tight chest. Like my head didn't belong to me. I've got a bit of a sore throat and just like ache. And that's how I feel this morning. So that's where we are. What, nearly 2 days later? No, Sunday. Yeah, 2 days later. So yeah, I'll keep you up to date, in the loop. Just when you think you've seen it all up on the hill, you know, I never thought I'd see the day when somebody was sword fighting on the hill. Either that or I've stepped back in time. I'm pretty sure they didn't have fluorescent jackets back in the day. Anyway, apparently it's a two-handed weapon. She keeps shouting at him, two-handed weapon. Oh well. Oh, it's lovely and sunny, but I can see from the sea mist over Portland that there's cloud coming in. I'm lucky to be out and making the most of it, I feel. Anyway, COVID day 4. My arm feels like I've been shot, and even the wind on it is hurting. The flu symptoms are gradually improving. I still feel a bit, but nothing like I was. So all in all, it's about 2 or 3 days of and about a week of a sore arm, in my humble opinion. Well, I'm a bit ahead of myself, but I can't imagine this arm just not being sore tomorrow. But the downside, you know, when you're a kid and you want a bruise, you want something to look as blinking bad as it feels. All I've got is this mini pinprick on my arm, and what I really want is a bloody great bruise that makes me look like a hero. Anyway, it's windy. I doubt you can hear a word I'm saying. Right, Beth, I just got home. I spoke to the sword fighters on the way back down the hill. Two very young, geeky sort of game players, I would say. Anyway, according to the girl, they're writing a fantasy novel and they need to get their sword fighting moves so they can write about them realistically. So, yeah, that's what they were doing. But they were about 18, 19, long greasy hair, big baggy trousers, pale from never seeing the light of day. Anyway, yeah, COVID day 3, I've just corrected myself. Saturday I had the jab, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, yeah, day 3. Still taking cocodamol, but then intermittently I take them anyway for the fibro. For those of you with fibro, I'd say it's like a bad fibro flare for 2 or 3 days. The last 2 evenings, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 evenings. No, the first evening I wasn't so bad, but the last 2 evenings I can't get my eyes open beyond 6 o'clock really. So more fatigued than normal. But all in all, feeling like coming out the other side, I say my arm's really sore, but nothing to show for it. So go get your jab, people. It's very important. Really important. Go and get the jab if you're able. There are lots of people in the world that can't get it and want it. So don't turn down the offer. And I tell you, it's so well organised. You tip up, you walk in, you give them the name once, twice. In, down, or you saw, bish, bash, bosh, done. Getting the jab's the easy bit. Dealing with the after effects may be more complex, but it's still worth having. 2 or 3 days of feeling bleh is better than being on a ventilator. It's not even a competition, is it? Right, thank you for watching if you have watched to the end. If you've watched to the end, I want you to put the code word... Oh, we should start playing a game. Code word... sword in the comments, and I'll know you've watched. I'm being silly, but hey. If you can sword fight on the hill, you can be silly. Take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do. If you don't want to, that's fine too. We're allowed to do what we like in life, aren't we? As long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. Right, I'm off to paint. Got a couple of hours before I need to pick Baby Bear up. And painting takes my mind off feeling bleh. Love you, Bear Fan.